Picture this, Saturday morning, October 12th, Kyiv, Ukraine. A black Lamborghini Urus sits parked in a quiet district. Windows tinted. Engine cold. Inside, slumped in the driver's seat, is 32-year-old Konstantin Galich, a man who had it all. The cars, the followers, the lifestyle. But on this morning, his story came to a tragic, sudden end. This isn't just another story about money. It's about dreams, pressure, and the dark side of success that nobody talks about. Today, we're diving deep into the life and tragic death of one of crypto's brightest stars, a man known to the world as Kostya Kudo. And I have to warn you, this story will hit different. Because behind every luxury car and every Instagram post, there was a real human being, fighting battles we never saw. So buckle up. This is Buzz State, and this is the full story you need to hear. Let me take you back. Before the headlines, before the tragedy. Let's talk about who Konstantin really was. He wasn't born into wealth. He wasn't handed anything. Konstantin grew up in Ukraine, a country that's faced more challenges than most of us could imagine. But he had something special: vision, drive, and an ability to see opportunity where others saw confusion. When most people heard the word cryptocurrency, they thought it was some kind of scam, something complicated, something risky. But not Konstantin. He saw the future. He saw freedom. He saw a way out. In his early 20s, he dove headfirst into the world of Bitcoin and Ethereum. He studied charts. He analyzed trends. He spent sleepless nights learning everything he could. And slowly it started to pay off. His trades went green. His portfolio grew. And people started to notice. By 25, Konstantin wasn't just trading for himself anymore. He was teaching others. He co-founded something called Cryptology Key, a trading academy designed to help regular people understand this crazy new world of digital money. And it exploded. Thousands of students, millions of views. He became a voice people trusted. On Instagram, he had over 66,000 followers. On YouTube, tens of thousands more. People hung on his every word. They called him Kostya Kudo, a name that meant success, a name that meant hope, a name that meant you could make it too if you worked hard enough. And he didn't just talk the talk, he walked it. Konstantin lived the life most people only dream about. Lamborghinis, Ferraris, a Mercedes-Benz, designer clothes, exotic trips. He showed the world that crypto wasn't just some digital experiment. It was real money, real power, real freedom. But here's the thing about success. It's heavy, and the higher you climb, the harder the fall. Let's fast forward to October 2025. The crypto market was on edge. Investors were nervous. And then, like a bomb dropping, President Donald Trump made an announcement that shook the entire financial world. He declared a 100% tariff on Chinese imports, export controls on critical software, a full-scale economic war with China. And the markets? They went into freefall. Within 24 hours, $400 billion vanished from the crypto market. 400 billion gone, just like that. Bitcoin crashed. Ethereum tanked. Altcoins hemorrhaged. People who had millions in their portfolios watched their wealth evaporate in real time. Traders panicked. Exchanges froze. And in the chaos, people started losing everything they'd built. Life savings, retirement funds, investments they'd borrowed money to make. It was a bloodbath. And Konstantin? He was right in the middle of it. See, he wasn't just trading his own money. He was managing funds for others. Big money. Reports say he was handling around $65 million. Some of it from private investors. Some from government sources. That's the kind of pressure most of us can't even imagine. When you're managing your own money and you lose, that's one thing. But when you're responsible for other people's futures, when they trusted you with their dreams, that's a different kind of weight, and Konstantin was carrying that weight. Alone. Friday, October 11th. The day before he was found. Konstantin sent messages to his family. He told them he was feeling depressed. He talked about financial difficulties, about feeling overwhelmed, about losing hope. And then, he sent them a farewell message. Think about that for a moment. A young man, 32 years old, a whole life ahead of him. But in that moment, he couldn't see it. The pressure, the losses, the fear of letting people down. It all became too much. His family tried to reach him, but it was too late. The next morning, Saturday, October 12th, police found Konstantin's black Lamborghini Urus parked in the Obolonsky district of Kyiv. They approached the vehicle, looked inside, and what they found broke everyone's heart. Konstantin was in the driver's seat, a single gunshot wound to the head, a firearm registered in his name beside him. Gone. The Kyiv Police Department immediately launched an investigation. They're still determining whether it was self-inflicted or if there was foul play. But the evidence points to a tragic conclusion. A man who couldn't bear the weight anymore. His official Telegram channel posted a simple, heartbreaking message. Quote, Konstantin Kudo tragically passed away. The causes are being investigated. We will keep you posted on any further news. End quote. And just like that, a bright light in the crypto world went dark. Now let me tell you something. This story isn't just about one man. It's about a system, a culture, a world that glorifies success but ignores the mental health crisis happening behind the scenes. Think about it. We see the Lamborghinis. We see the watches. We see the penthouse views and the champagne celebrations. But we don't see the sleepless nights. We don't see the anxiety attacks. We don't see the crushing pressure of maintaining that image. Konstantin was living a double life. On Instagram, he was winning. On YouTube, he was the expert. But behind closed doors, he was drowning, and he's not alone. The crypto industry has one of the highest rates of mental health struggles. Why? Because it's volatile. One day you're up 1 million. The next day you're down 2. The swings are brutal. And when you're managing other people's money, every loss feels personal. Colleagues who knew Konstantin described him as brilliant but burdened. One associate said, and I quote, he'd lost hundreds of thousands in leverage trades in a single week. He kept saying he'd bounce back, but the smile stopped reaching his eyes. End quote. That's the reality. He was smiling for the camera. But inside he was breaking, and the worst part? He felt like he couldn't talk about it. Because in the world of crypto, showing weakness is seen as failure. Admitting you're struggling? That's career suicide. So people suffer in silence, until the silence becomes too loud. When news of Konstantin's death broke, the crypto community went into shock. Tributes flooded social media. Thousands of people shared their grief, their disbelief, their anger at a system that chews people up and spits them out. One person wrote on Twitter, an early Ukrainian crypto investor, builder, and believer gone far too soon. This space moves fast, and sometimes we forget there are real people behind every wallet, every trade, every loss. Please take care of yourselves, another said. Heartbreaking to hear this. Markets rise and fall, but no trade is worth a life. And that's the truth, isn't it? No amount of money. No car, no mansion. Nothing is worth your life. But here's what makes this even more tragic. There were warning signs. Konstantin reached out. He told his family he was struggling. He sent that farewell message. But the system failed him. The support wasn't there. The conversation about mental health in high-pressure industries, it's still not happening enough. And it's not just crypto. It's Wall Street. It's Silicon Valley. It's any industry where success is measured in dollars and failure is seen as weakness. We've created a culture where people would rather die than admit they need help. And that's insane. Now, I want to take a moment here, because if you're watching this and you're in a similar place, if you're feeling that pressure, if the weight feels too heavy, I need you to hear this. Your life is worth more than any trade, more than any portfolio, more than any amount of money. Success isn't measured by your bank account. It's measured by your ability to wake up tomorrow and keep fighting. And if you're struggling, it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to step back. It's okay to admit you're not okay. There's no shame in that. The shame is in a society that makes you feel like you have to carry it all alone. So let's talk about what we can learn from Konstantin's story. Because if his death means anything, it has to mean change. First, we need to normalize mental health conversations, especially in high-pressure industries. Traders, investors, entrepreneurs, they need to know it's okay to talk about anxiety, about depression, about feeling overwhelmed. We need mentors. We need support systems. We need spaces where people can be vulnerable without fear of judgment. Second, we need to stop glorifying the hustle culture. The idea that you have to work yourself to death to be successful. That rest is for the weak. That showing emotion is unprofessional. It's toxic, and it's literally killing people. Third, we need better regulations and protections in volatile markets like crypto. When a single tweet can wipe out billions, there's a problem. When people can lose everything in hours, there's a problem. We need safeguards. We need education. We need accountability. And finally, we need to remember that behind every screen name, every account, every trader, there's a real person with real feelings, real struggles, real families who love them. Konstantin Galich wasn't just Kostya Kudo. He wasn't just a crypto mogul. He was a son, a brother, a friend, a teacher, someone who cared about helping others learn, someone who dreamed big and worked hard, someone who deserved better. His death is a tragedy, but it's also a wake-up call, a reminder that we need to do better, be better, care more. As I close this story, I want to leave you with this. Life is fragile. Success is fleeting. But your worth? That's permanent. It's not tied to your wins or your losses. It's not tied to your followers or your bank account. You are valuable simply because you exist. So if you take anything from Konstantin's story, let it be this. Check on your friends, especially the ones who seem like they have it all together. Ask them how they're really doing. And mean it? Listen, be present. Because sometimes a simple conversation can save a life. Rest in peace, Konstantin Galich. Kostya Kudo, you deserved so much more. And to everyone watching, if you or someone you know is struggling, please reach out. Call the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline 988 or text them. You are not alone. And your story doesn't have to end like this. Thank you for watching Buzz State. If this story moved you, hit that like button. Subscribe for more real, raw stories. And share this video, because maybe, just maybe, it'll reach someone who needs to hear it.